What is up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another Ark Survival Ascended video. Today, guys, I'll be showing you how to tame the Megaraptor. Now, guys, first off, what you're going to need to do is find yourself a Megaraptor. Once you have, make sure you've got armor equipped and that you have a torch available. What this will enable you to do is begin the mini game where you will have to hit the Megaraptor before it hits you. You can see that as it hits you, you have to try and time your attacks with it and actually hit it before it hits you. This is the only way to build up torpidity on it, so you need to try and be very quick. You will need to rotate as well around. You can see there we did just build up our torpidity on it. Make sure that you've got some health, make sure that you've got some armor, otherwise things will not go down well for you against the Megaraptor. And you want to repeat this process until you essentially knock the Megaraptor out. Now, if you're like me and you play with volumetric fog off, that is why this currently looks strange, because I have turned volumetric fog off. If we turn it back on, you'll see that it'll change the entire environment for us. And just like that, you can knock yourself out a Megaraptor. Now, I would try and go for a higher level Megaraptor purely because as far as my testing has gone, they have very similar amounts of torpor when you attack with your torch. So you do also want to make sure that you bring extra torches with you if you don't have a higher tier torch. So make sure you bring multiple torches, because if you do run out, the challenge will cancel and you will have to come back here with multiple torches. Now, don't stress if you die while challenging the Megaraptor as well. You can simply return back to the altar, challenge the Megaraptor again, and it should still have a decent amount of torpor with it. Now, when it comes to taming the Megaraptor, obviously you want to have some meat with you. You can also use superior kibble, which is the yellow one. I've just got some mutton here. There are plenty of sheeps on Valgiro, so I figured why not use some mutton to tame this guy up. Shouldn't really affect his taming effectiveness all that much either. And you can see there we do have 3x taming settings currently active as well at the moment. So you'll see this guy will tame up in no time. Now, while that guy is taming, to make a saddle for the Megaraptor, you do need to be level 60. So you can see there is the Megaraptor's saddle. It's crafted at a smithy with fiber, hide, and metal ingots. So you can see here we have a plethora of abilities. We have a basic melee attack just here, which does do a swiping attack. It does deal a decent amount of damage as well. We've got our claw finisher, which you can swipe in between your attacks. So you can see there that double-handed strike one does the extra damage, and it does cause the dino to bleed. So you simply just chain that in when you finish your combo. It's like a 3-hit combo, so you click twice and then you hit R and you'll do the claw finisher. You can see there, just like that. Now, we are able to also do a dive pounce where you jump in the air and you hit C to land on the ground and potentially stun the dino, as well as ground and stun flyers as well. It's a very effective ability for that. And you will also do some extra bonus damage as well when you kill a dino. You can see there we did just get a buff from killing a Jerboa. And if we come into our inventory here, you'll see we can go show buffs. And you'll see there we've got Solitary Hunter, so you deal more damage and take less damage when away from other Megaraptors as well. And we have the Isolator buff, which excels at picking off solitary prey, and attacks deal bonus damage to isolated enemies. So this guy is going to be one of the greats when it comes to just running around destroying things. You definitely want to utilize this guy where you can. Now, like I said, he does also have the ability to double jump, and you can chain that into your dive pounce. You can also strafe with the Megaraptor as well, simply moving from side to side as well while being able to attack. So this guy is going to be a great mount to run around on, and I'd really recommend taming yourselves one up. Now you can see that the Parasaur is now on us. If we come over here to the Parasaur and we attack both of these guys, you'll see, Parasaur, you're not allowing me to test the isolation buff. Let's come over here to this Listro. So you'll see with the Parasaur and the Listro together, we'll actually deal less damage because these guys are all together. So because they're not isolated from each other, we aren't hitting as hard as we used to, which is fine. You can still use this guy to go around killing things. Now, as well as that, when you kill a recently damaged dino, you do get a shield as well. So the shield will apply to your health and it will block some of the damage that you take. Now, you can also trigger a hunt ability, which will allow you to focus on a selected creature. It will tell you how far away the creature is from you, as well as whether or not it is isolated. So if you're planning on attacking things and they have a bunch of dinos around them, this will actually enable to tell you whether or not it'll be isolated and whether or not you'll deal more damage to it. It also does showcase the health of the dino. You can see there the Bronto's health is slowly dropping with the bar in the icon, so that showcases the health of the dino as well, which is going to be really good for boss fights if you can hopefully use it during boss fights. I see it being a really good way to tell how much health the boss has. Aside from like the bleeding that we already currently see, it is a great way to go about seeing how much health something has. Now, the Pounce is on a cooldown as well. You can see there it does have a bit of a cooldown, but it does have the ability to stun and ground flyers temporarily. And then you also have a camo ability. Now, this hides you from dinosaurs as long as you are out of face value range. You can see here if we come into the show buffs section, you can see creepy camouflage. You are camouflaged from enemy sight, and you obviously get increased effectiveness at longer ranges. We obviously weren't camoed enough for this Deinonychus not to aggro on us, but that's fine. This guy is isolated, and we can easily kill him. And then last but not least, we have the roar of the Megaraptor. And that is pretty much everything you need to know on how to tame the Megaraptor and all of its abilities. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe down below for more, and I'll catch you in the next one.